here I am, just, casually working in front of the White House. Dun, 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 dun. There was literally no one around, and I still feel weird vlogging right now. I'm going full douche mode for this vlog. I have vlogging equipment I'm gonna carry with me. I'm in Detroit. I'm at the airport. Look at me. I'm gonna be a rebel right now. That's right. Fuck everyone around me, right? But really, no one's around, and it's my face. I'm going to Washington. Isn't this exciting? I've been to Washington once in my life. That was how long ago? 2017 is what, 4 years? Fuck. I've been in Canada for so long, and I'm so excited. I have a meeting I'm going to related to the Dragonfly mission, and I'm super psyched. But before that, I'm spending some time in Washington to explore. It is the nation's capital, after all. Right now, I am in the airport. I just said that. I'm very tired. Spending all night here, but it's painful as it is to stay up all night long. I won't lie, it was like a slight high to the sort of intoxication that comes with being super tired. This is better because no one's even around. And I even play a little VR. I guess since we're here and it's just the two of us, why don't we talk about what I'm reading? First and foremost, I'm reading Being You, a book on consciousness, and this is an interesting book so far. Right now, he's just trying to help us understand what is consciousness, where it come from, and right now he's showing a lot of parallels to life. Well, life isn't any one process, it's more of a collage of processes. And while there are things that have those processes, we can recognize that everything that has a process, like say self-replication, is necessarily alive, like a fire is not alive. I described this actually in my TPR. We're talking about astrobiology book, but it's interesting. I think that's my understanding of it so far, so I'm intrigued for it to keep going. Another one being The Janus Point by Julian Barber, and this book's a little too esoteric for me, in my opinion. I think he spends too much time on equations. I'm shocked this got made into an audiobook because it's so esoteric with so many equations, but there are hints of it being pretty good. Right now, I've taken away about as much as I went in with it, which is an understanding what the Janus Point is. The Janus Point, in principle, is this idea that if we think about our universe as the Big Bang moving forward in time, you can think of an alternate universe, not necessarily parallel to ours, but imagine you're time traveling backwards in time. Eventually, you'll cross to the Big Bang and you'll enter a second universe, and what was once backwards is now effectively forward. For you, it's still backwards. You're going further away from your origin point, further from the now. But for them, it's like everything's evolving forward. And that is the Janus Point. He is trying to explain this, I think. He's trying to justify it, why he thinks it's a good reason. And the level of detail he's trying to get into, through is a little above my head. So we'll see how well it actually works. I don't think he's a very good science writer. He's not a very good science communicator to the public. I'm going to cut it there. It's been a miracle no one's walked by, and I feel ridiculous talking to myself. Plus, okay, I am in Washington. Sorry, my audio was messing up here, so let me just overtalk real quick. I'm here in Lafayette Square out in front of the White House. If you look there where I'm pointing is the White House. And I just came here to do some work because I wanted to appreciate the atmosphere. Now, as I talk, there is a protest going on off into the distance. It was very loud anyways, even if my sound was working correctly. They're talking about the Voting Rights Act, basically trying to get the Democrats to pass all the things they said they would do before they got in power. But as it was, I needed to get to work, had work to do, and that was me getting to work. I do feel like everything is closing down. Why is everything so closed? It's kind of annoying.
Maybe because Sleepy Joe's coming back from Scotland.
Was he in Scotland?
Yeah, man, that COP26.
I don't know how much I want this on my video. So, hi, who are you? This is Raj. How do I know you?
I think one time we saw each other.
We went to Georgia Tech.
So why don't we clarify this? I am one of Josh's only friends. All of you on the blog.
I have a lot of friends, but one of my few friends I still talk to from undergrad, which is very sad.
One of the few friends he's actually interacted with.
In a while, that's true. Hi, let's walk. Let's walk and talk. It's more active.
Are you doing this the entire time?
Does it bother you? At least I'm not wearing a Trump hat. I'm being a douche, okay? I've embraced it, okay? I want to vlog. I don't usually do this. We are live in Washington, D.C. There are plenty of people I'd love to meet. I'd love to meet Nancy Pelosi, honestly. People hate Nancy Pelosi, but well,
Thinking we could have hopped on the bus.
I'm not there yet. where I want to resort to the bus. Maybe by the end of the week. Say good morning.
Bad morning.
Live from DC. It's Thursday morning. We have partly cloudy to sunny skies. Temperatures from 35 to maybe 50 at max. And we have to deal with certain individuals that I'm standing next to all day. It's gonna be a good day. Okay, so we're by the White House. As you can see, one thing I've noticed is the fence. I was here 4 years ago. The fence was way smaller.
They built that wall.
Will you please fucking stop? It's not funny.
You can tell it to the vlog. Tell me you don't like me, my friend.
That's true.
Tell them.
I am being mean. I know you're just putting on a show. No, it's not how you always are. I'm just trying to say, tone it back. That's all. I'm back here at this courtyard, out past the White House, just to do a bit more work. Raj wanted to go explore, what do you call it, Washington University? I don't know. I tried to convince him to come out here. I know working is dumb, but if you're gonna work, I feel like, why not just enjoy working out in the courtyard in front of the White House? There's something, I don't know, something pleasing about that thought, to have that experience in your life. We were walking this morning, and Rod was like, "No, that's John Ossoff." And I'm like, "No, it's not. Stop trolling me." And then I finally saw him and knew it wasn't. The thought that I could be passed by a congressperson. I know a lot of people hate government, but like, it makes me giddy. It just makes me so giddy to be here in the Capitol, right outside the White House. I love it. I love it so much. I haven't done much, but I'm trying to try and get a job at an institution in this general area, Baltimore, Washington area, because I'd love to just live in this part of the world, this part of the country rather. Such a beautiful place, and it's an iconic place. I'm gonna get to work, stop talking to myself.
Yeah, so for all of Josh's fans, so like, well, give the guy credit, right? He wanted to meet Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, his representatives. And so he called the office. We'll see if it actually gets, if anyone listens to it. And,
so what you're saying is I called and I said I'd like to meet my congressperson?
Yeah.
The Treasury Department. I told you that was the Treasury. Actually, look at this. This is a view I did not get outside. I could get a penny with Abraham Lincoln's face on it. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's a joke. Pennies come with his face on it.
So got me. That was on the blog. This one would be better.
Yeah, well, pretty sure that's also on the penny.
Here we are walking on the way to the Capitol. Josh doesn't like me making these comments, but when I see this Capitol, I think about January 6th. just when they voted to certify the election results. That's all I remember about January 6th, which, to be fair, like, I had no idea all that went into like the whole election stuff. So thanks to Trump, like, I mean, I learned so much about, like, you know, civics.
My beard's all messed up.
So Josh is also obsessed with his image, which makes like no sense to me. A wannabe influencer, Mr. Hedge.
No. Here we're storming up this pathway to go explore the Capitol in a very legal, supportive way. An amazing institution. I love how it works. If I wanted to change it, I'd vote, and I do. Because if we can't go up the steps. No, I'm Josh Hedgeworth from channel Josh's Bookish News. On the steps of the House or Senate, on the Senate stairs of the Capitol. Hi, sir. What brings you here today?
Well, my friend, we're just being tourists, but my friend wanted to come.
I'm important. I got mistaken for a digital somebody. Actually, this is better lighting. Look at that.
Why don't you interview him? Interview him. That's what we're here for.
You on candid camera. There you go. That's better. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Look at that.
That was back.
I'm here on the steps of the Library of Congress, I think, where they keep the Congress of Libraries of books and whatnot. I'm pretty sure it's closed now, so we can't go in. You want to take my picture? I'm very important. I was sitting up there, I got mistaken for some kind of aide who is a digital something. I don't know. They thought I was, so clearly it means I'm young. That's what the other person said. Where'd you go? Oh, you want to go inside? I don't know if we can. We could try it. We're going to try and go inside what we call the Congress of Libraries. Good morning. I really hope the shaky cam isn't too bad. I'm by myself today, at least for most of the day. Going to meet Hannah from Hannah's Books on BookTube, and after that I'm going to Nassau Goddard for a meeting. But I thought this would be an opportunity while I walk to the train to discuss one of the books I'm reading. I haven't made it very far, but being you, it's not the easiest to read, but it's not the worst either. So far it feels as if what we're getting is a bunch of material that focuses on the way the brain can be tricked. He's trying to get to a larger point about perception, but right now it feels kind of reviewish. One thing he just touched on was the perception of time, which is a fascinating study. I had never heard of it. It makes perfect sense. It was basically trying to see whether or not people have an internal sense of the nature of time, and the answer they were thinking was no. The way they tested this was basically, if that's true, you should be able to take a scene. How much is actually going on in a scene? How active is a scene? If it's just like a still image of a house, slowly moving cows, fast moving highway, the speed, rather the length of that video is assumed to be different based off the number of inputs, which sort of supports this idea that time itself, the flow of time, is inferred based off the changing of input, what we're experiencing. It is a beautiful day this morning at the Capitol. I got off at the wrong train station, and I took that opportunity to, get a bike. I don't have a helmet, which I don't condone, but the biking infrastructure here is phenomenal, so there's that comfort. But I have a meeting at 10. It's like after 9 at this point with Hannah from Hannah's Books. I think I mentioned that. But I wanted to try and check out the Capitol, but also particularly the Library of Congress. I should be able to go tomorrow, and I really want to see it. I didn't get to see it last time I was here. It's such a beautiful place. I'm so much fun. So much fun. I got ahead of myself. Look at that. Isn't this even better? Who's a douche? Josh is. Look at him on this camera talking to himself. Oh, look at that shot. Beautiful. Should I give you music, or should I just give you my awe and amazement of the beauty of this fucking building? Okay, so I'm here with Hannah from Hannah's Books. We have been out having a cup of coffee and for a walk in DC, having a lovely conversation. Anything you want to say to the camera?
Welcome to DC.
It is a wonderful place. I have to go to my meeting now. You say, I say, you can make me feel this way, Joshua. Good morning. What are we doing today? So what you're saying is we're going to be going to the Library of Congress this morning until 10 o'clock. We're going to go see a bunch of books, like for BookTubers, and then we're going to go meet my friend for lunch at 12:30. Live from DC. It's Saturday morning. I'm here with Raj, someone I know at the DC.
I've been here the entire week.
Okay, we're here. There seems to be nothing going on, per usual, but this is really the biggest thing I wanted to see. So Raj, what do you think of the Library of Congress? And don't fuck this up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just one of those people. I love reading books. I mean, I probably read
You're a liar?
one book in the last about 10 years. Yeah, I mean, I like looking at some of these stuff, like reading a little bit here and there. It's nice to see, just learn a little bit about history.
Okay, now on to the opinion you actually care about.
Hey, tremendous.
It is beautiful, it is amazing, it is gorgeous in here. If the United States falls in the Civil War or something, we should all meet here, okay? This is where we should live. This is the place to be. So, in the words of that head guy, Cenobite from Hellraiser, I have such sights to show you.
Let's see it.
I know, it's so gorgeous. We have to be quick, we don't have much time. Say, look, smile at the camera. Future Josh here. I did not give a transition here. So after going to the Library of Congress, which was spectacular, I spent the day hanging out with my friend who I got to know when I was at Georgia Tech in my undergrad. She lives in Washington now. Unfortunately, I didn't get any clips hanging out with her. I'm not sure why, but that was a great time. We went to a vegan bakery, I think. Food was spectacular. But afterwards, before I met up back with Raj, I went to the Smithsonian Natural History Museum. And I took a lot of footage. I don't think I'm going to use all that. But here's a little bit. Okay, we're looking at the ocean section, one of the most magnificent part of the animal system, in my opinion. Origin of life, actually. Really cool shit. That's why I'm interested in studying Titan. What I could say about that, if anyone's interested, I'd happily make a video on it. Archaean, some 4.5 to 2.5 billion years ago. The origin of life is complicated when you think about the origin of the Earth. because there were so many chaotic things going on, and the geology has recycled so much. Even if there was an origin of life, it may have been killed off, or the evidence just wasn't there until maybe 3.5 billion years ago. But there's good reason to suspect it may have happened much sooner. The Great Oxidation Event. Life does not require oxygen. The oxygen offers a really efficient way of getting energy in this chemical process. About 2.5 billion years ago, as you can see, one cell to many. Like I said, oxygen enables complexity. So actually, I do have a book for you if you're interested in this stuff. It's done on audio, and I don't think it's that hard to read. It's called The Rare Earth, and it talks about the origin of life on Earth and the evolution of life into complexity, and it really explores all these ideas in depth. And I think it's really worth considering if you're interested in this. A series of events led to life surviving. What exactly led to complexity? Now that's a lot harder to constrain. I just had an amazing time in the Museum of Natural History. I saw so much, and there's so much more I would like to see. This is so awkward. Okay, next I went to the actual American History Museum. I wanted to talk about my experience, maybe share some books with you. So first I went to this section dedicated to women's history. I must say, I was a little disappointed because throughout this entire massive exhibit, there was no talk, no mention of trans women in their role in American history, which was very disappointing, not gonna lie. Nevertheless, there were a lot of books that I really want to read pertaining to American history and women. One being, I want to say, American History Through the View of Black Women. I'm not sure. Here's the cover. This is one I'd like to get to, amongst others. A few others aren't coming to mind are listed here, and I'll put them in after I have a chance to review my list of books I want to read. Next, we had the Civil War section, which was a big part of it. And there are a lot of great Civil War books that I've yet to read. Want to, of course, there is The Battle Cry of Freedom, which is one that I absolutely adore. It's a fantastic go-to if you want to learn about Civil War. There are some about Lincoln himself. One being his this dual set of autobiographies. I want to say it's like Cambridge Press or something. They're massive, huge academic lists, but they're on audio, and I really want to get to them. Then there were a couple books here I want to read pertaining to the Civil War. There were a lot of great Civil War books, but these are the ones that are on my TBR, pertaining to what led up to it and what happened after. I think there's a lot to be learned about the precursor, especially when we think about today's times. And up next was different sections about not Civil War, about the World War I and World War II, Nazi concentration camps. And for this, I want to recommend a couple great things. One, there is the Night Trilogy by Elie Wiesel, I think it is. I'm not pronouncing it right. But it's a phenomenal set of memoirs about his time in concentration camps when he was younger, when he was a child. And then, of course, there's also other books I want to read. Here's one with the title of pertaining to just not the Nazi concentration camps or the Nazi system that I want to get to. There's not a lot of World War II books or World War I books that I want to read because I don't tend to find those very appealing. Another book set in this time, not really about war, would be, of course, The Black Cabinet by Jill Watts, which is an awesome book about the role of Black Americans in American history during the FDR period, and a little bit before as well. Then, of course, there is the set of dresses that were worn by First Ladies. And for this, there are a lot of great books that I'm hoping to read and have read. A big one that I've read recently was The Matriarch by Susan Page, about First Lady Barbara Bush. Fantastic look at her life, her role as a First Lady and as a First Mother, if that a thing, I'm not sure. Then there's another book that I found recommended by, that is, Susan Page, which was Lady Bird Johnson, which is about First Lady Johnson, who was married to, not Andrew Johnson. Johnson's not that, I don't remember his name. But that was one that I've heard great things about. It just came out this year as well. So this one's actually high on my TBR. I need to get it. But I think I talked about it in my wish list. But these are two books by two amazing First Ladies. Of course, there's also several books that I've been reading and want to read about First Lady Roosevelt, Eleanor Roosevelt. There is her personal memoir. There's also the Blanche something set of trilogies that I've read number 1 of, and I want to read the rest. I don't know how I only just found the Black Lives Matter mural. I had no idea. It was literally right there in front of the White House. I mean, it makes sense. Love it. I was just out strolling through National Mall tonight and then through Lafayette Park. One last time, I feel like more than half my time has been just walking around just to soak in the atmosphere. Dum 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 dum. Pretty simple but delicious. Vegan egg wrap, tofu scramble. You like it? You love it? You want some more of it? Good. Nice, man. I told you to stop.
You're the one pushing me away.
Yeah, because I don't like a straight guy using me for his own amusement.
Amusement? I'm trying to probably get my boy.
Hello.
Hi.
Erica from the Broken Spine, right?
Right.
I don't know. I felt weird introducing you. I'm sorry. Okay.
Erica from the Broken Spine, right? Like, question mark?
I was trying.
Dude.
I didn't mean it. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, we need more footage of Erica.
So why are we here?
Why are we here? I don't know. Why are we here?
We're here. Well, I was in town, right? So you're here to
Oh,
say
are you
hello.
asking me?
Tell the viewers what we're
Why
doing
we're
today.
here?
Yes.
I think that should be you to tell them why we're here.
Okay. We're just here to say hello and hang out.
I need to sit down.
Yeah, sorry. I'm being awkward. I'm just a little uncomfortable.
You guys pretend I'm not here.
No.
Go.
Is it
fine.
You sure it's working? Is it show you a little mic? So, like I said, I have probably nearly 1,000 books because I have definitely nearly 500 that I haven't read, and then I know I've read at least 500 books, and I try to own every single one. So I probably have around 1,000.
Okay. So, I probably, because I had to move out of my space and into a bigger space. So, I probably own about 12 to 1,300.
I was hoping you would say 12 to 13,000.
No.
I think I was reading the Shirley Jackson autobiography, and she had like 30 or 40,000 books.
No, I'm
Like,
not,
wow.
I don't have, no, I don't have that kind of space.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my hotel room.
I'm a ride.
And my ride. Thank you. Thank you for carrying me all the way from DC and showing me these beautiful bookstores. Let's admire the beautiful microwave. Huge fridge, seems excessive. And whatever that is, a dishwasher, yes. I don't have one at home. A TV, bed, a desk. I don't know, I feel like maybe they're overcompensating for the lack of masks, because nobody in this hotel has masks, and it's uncomfortable. We are signing off for the night. Say goodbye to Eric, everyone.
Bye.
So there was actually a lot here I did not show because of the sake of time. I have already shared, Erica, my review and discussion of Year of the Witching. If you haven't seen that, I'll make sure I'll link to it above and below. Make sure you check that out. The discussion where we talk about our libraries, the amount of books that we own, it's actually a lot longer than what I showed you, and I'm going to be sharing a video of just that segment in its entirety where you can hear our thoughts on our library and owning books. And of course there's also a book haul that I didn't show just because it's again, it's sake of time, but you can see that in the coming days as well. So if you're not subscribed and you want to see those, make sure you are subscribed. I know it's exciting stuff, but this was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of Erica, and hope you enjoyed the rest of my vlog. I did not record my time at my Dragonfly meeting because it's a private event, private information, and it was held on a private government institution, that is Johns Hopkins, and I'm not allowed to record there, so not any content there. What I will show you is a small epilogue after my plane ride here to visit my family for like a pre-Thanksgiving hangout, because I wasn't here, sorry for the dog, for the actual Thanksgiving. And if you enjoy the family bits, I am making a vlog just of my family visit in its entirety that I'll be posting on my personal channel. You don't have to subscribe there. I don't really post there regularly, but I will be sharing it on my BookTube channel. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy these final moments, these final clips. Say hello to my camera.
Hello to your camera.
So tell me, Cheyenne, can I go to Goodwill, please?
No.
What my life was, that was it.
He didn't exist before he met me.
Smile, Veda. Let's put a smile on that face.
Hey! Mama, it's time to say goodbye, Veda.
It's still recording.
Shy, do you love me? Say goodbye to Shy.
Bye.
It won't be like this for long. Or is it just a white woman? White woman's Instagram.
Action shot. Yo. So we got 2 shots, the flu shot and the COVID booster. Do you feel it? Brain aneurysm coming on?
This is Cheyenne, and this is Cheyenne's bookish voyage. This is Josh, he's my star guest, and my fiance, Zachary. And that's the beach, bitch.
No kissing, that's too heteronormative.
I'll do it. She's so There's a bird.